Good afternoon. My name is Treat Williams. I'm an actor and a pilot, and I've been flying airplanes and helicopters for over 50 years. I want to talk to you a little bit about the Aviation Museum at Pearl Harbor. And to do that, I want to show you a couple airplanes that the pilots trained in World War II. This is my Piper Cub. This was the first airplane that the pilots trained in. I've been flying this airplane for about 15 years. It was built in 1941 and it was the primary trainer, the first airplane that the World War II pilots got into. And in this airplane they learned basic flying skills, takeoffs, landings, straight and level, and possibly a little bit of aerobatics. After the Cub, what they did was they transitioned to another trainer called the AT-6 Texan. Now, I owned and flew this airplane for about 16 years. This particular model is a D model. I owned a G model, but they're all fantastic ships. I gotta tell you, I really loved flying this airplane, and for more than just the flying of it. Every time I got into this cockpit of the airplane and held that stick in my hands, I knew that thousands and thousands of 18-year-old young men also flew this airplane and learned the skills for combat in this aircraft and moved into the much more sophisticated airplanes like the P-51 afterwards. It's also a great honor that I owned and flew this airplane. My uncle Treat, who I'm named after, was in the Army Air Corps, and he was a gunner on a Liberator and lost his life in Venosa, Italy at the age of 19 during a join-up. So I'm very honored to carry his name and carry the family tradition. These airplanes are so important to all of us because of all the men and women who flew them during the war and trained to fly the fighters and then went off and sometimes gave their lives for us and for generations beyond. They were indeed, in fact, the greatest generation. And I'd like to say that it's of great import that we maintain these airplanes, particularly in Pearl Harbor, at the Pearl Harbor Aviation Museum, because it's the first place that was attacked and we were within 12 hours at war with Japan. I think a lot of men lost their lives, a lot of women lost their lives, and I want to try and help be a part of remembering them and remembering all the pilots who flew in World War II. So the aviation is very special to me, the Aviation Museum, and I'm hoping that you'll do everything you can to please be generous and help to keep the memory of our greatest generation alive. Thank you very much.